Hi guys, so I don't know if you remember or not, but a while back I did a review on these Enail Couture 123 Go gel tips, brand new, and I told you that as soon as I could I would show you how to put it on. So these so they come in the packs like this. I guess unless you can also buy the little cases. I didn't. I already had one, so I just put them in here, and they're numbered, so, and they have the same sizes like for professional tips, so like 1 through 9 or 10. I think it's 0 through 10 or 1 through 10, something like that. Anyway, so these ones I'm putting on are that I'm going to put on is the ballerina coffin. And so I went ahead, we're going to put the base gel on, which is right here. So you want to put a thin coat. You don't want to make it too thick. And we're just going to do a coat of this first. Now you also can do, well, you would still do this either way. You want to start out and put this, on your nail. Do a thin coat. And hopefully this is going to be easy to do on this fake nail, because I haven't even tried it on the fake nail. So we'll find out together. So I'm going to go ahead and set this with my little Jewelish Travel light. Now this is 45 seconds. Now on the bottle it says that it says apply a thin coat of base coat covering the free edge, and it says the free edge of the nail, avoiding the cuticle area, cure 1 minute under a regular UV lamp, or cure for 30 seconds under an LED lamp. So that's what we're doing. We're doing an LED lamp, and I believe this one goes 45 seconds. So anyway, what I want to get though is they have this cute little, I hope it's still available, cute little LED flashlight, it looks like, and so that you can do a flash cure on this, so you can keep it in place, and you can also see what you're doing easier, because you can't with this one, but we're going to try it anyway. So we got this set here, our coat of gel, base gel, and so now we're going to take our tip, which is right here. This is our gel tip, and it's clear. He does offer another color. I'm not sure if it's in all the different shapes or not. He has different shapes also. But this one, we're doing the ballerina coffin. And this is a size 7, and the reason, normally you wouldn't do it that small for a thumb, but this is a small, narrow thumb. So, and there's some really deep crevices here, this edge here on this thing. And I don't want to get in air pockets if I can help it. So first thing we're going to do, and this is super, super important step. You want to, and you could do a hand file, but it's much easier with one of these. And so you're just going to, rough it up a little bit. Like a medium or whatever. And you're just going to do it so that it covers, the part that covers the bed. So see how it's kind of frosted now? Okay, so this is super important, because if you don't do this, then even though you've got the base gel and you're going to do another coat of base gel, on this to stick on this, and you set it, doesn't matter. A day or two later, this could just pop off from the base gel. The base gel would still be on probably, but this would just pop off because it would be too smooth. So you have to have some porosity in here for it to stay on. So now we're going to put some more base gel, and first I'm just going to get a little bit to do a thin coat, just over the frosted part, the part that's going to go in the nail bed. So we're going to cover that like that. And I've only done a few of these, so bear with me, and hopefully won't have any problems with that light. So anyway, so in this next I'm going to get a little bit more on my brush and just put a little bit right there in the well of that nail, and then I'll pull a little bit more to the edge, but I want to leave a little extra in that little well right there. You don't want too much, because it'll be squishing out the sides, and hopefully I didn't get too much. So then we're going to put it on a 45-degree angle and push it down. I'm not sure it's going to work on this nail because, okay, let me see if I can get the nail. You want to get all the air bubbles out, so you have to press down hard. You're supposed to be able to just hold it 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to hold it with my finger too. Let's see if I've got all those air bubbles out, I hope. All right, so like I said, it'd be easier to see what you're doing if you had the little LED flashlight to do this flash cure. Especially, okay, so I don't think it works as well doing it on this little fake one, because I don't think so. You know what I think with this? I should have probably used the poly gel, because you can also put it down with the poly gel. Because I think this thing is just not. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can take it off. Because it's really hard. This thing is really hard. And I just don't think, I think the way it's shaped, it's going to make an air pocket no matter what. So I'm going to see if I can wipe this out and put some poly gel in here. So if you're using the poly gel, and like if your nail bed was, if you had pits and stuff like this might, then you would want to do the poly gel instead of the base gel. You still put the first coat of base gel over the nail, but to stick it on with, we're going to do the poly gel. And I'm just going to use some clear poly gel, which takes a little bit longer with poly gel, but it's easy either way. But I really do love being able to use the base gel. But either way, this will work. So I'm just going to put a little bit, teeny bit of this poly gel in here, hopefully. There. So that's how much I put in. And then I'll just take off what's extra. Put this down here. And then you're going to still do, the 45-degree angle. Probably should use a brush. Let me see if I can get my poly gel brush quick enough. All right. So, and some alcohol. Okay, let me put that down a second so I don't dump this stuff over. So I'm going to put my brush in here, the alcohol. I've got some alcohol in here. And then I'm just going to do this, just spread this over that nail, right, the nail bed part only, just like, you would with the base gel. So you just want it, covered all the way. You don't want any air pockets, otherwise it's not going to stay on. So, or air bubbles, whatever, same thing. Okay, so let me grab a little bit more alcohol, and you want, same thing, you want it to be, thicker right here in the well. You want it thinner on the edge here, because this is going to go up the cuticle and you don't want it smashing out, on your cuticle, but you do want to make sure that you've got it covered. So let me see. Make sure I got so there we go. And we're going to try again. So let me see if I can get a hold of this with my nails. And so same thing, 45-degree angle. This would be easier to do on your own nail for sure. Okay, so 45-degree angle, and push down so you don't have any air pockets. All down, and flash cure. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second because I want to see if I've got. I'll hold this down. I'm going to have to hold this still down because I don't want it to have any air pockets. I'm going to take that little excess off there right there. Okay, so I'm going to have to hold it. And once again, if you had that little LED flashlight, it'd be a lot easier. But this is fine. This will work. So if you have a small LED, it's definitely easier than, you know, having to put it in one of the full-sized ones. Okay, hopefully I can let go of this now. So after you get this set, and actually, you know what? It was easier doing it on my own fingernail, and I was able to use. I did it actually both ways. So I did squeeze some out here on the side, and on your own nail, it's actually pretty easy just to peel it off. Okay, I got it off. Okay, so there it is, and you know, now you would just go ahead and you want to buff it a little bit. Okay, hold a sec. And you want to buff it a little bit over here because you're going to put 2 coats of base gel over this. Okay. You could use your electric file too if you want to do that. You could. Okay, so I'm just going to brush off that, and now we're going to put our base gel over this. And you also want to do this so not only because if you want to put a color on, but even if you don't want to do a color, you want to give it that little extra protection and strength. So we're just going to coat it with that. There we go. Let me make sure I don't have it on this edge here. Okay, so now I can just set it in here. There we go. And then also with that, I got this little card that's got, you know, Enail Couture's social media information here. And it says, you know, Max Extrata. And on the back, there's a little message to you, and it's, you know, signed Max. So that comes, you know, with your order of 1, 2, 3 Go gel nail tips. I absolutely, so far, I am loving these tips, I have to tell you. I wasn't so sure at first, but I love them. I especially love them to put on me because, and like I said, usually I can just use that base gel coat like we started to try and do on this, you know, fake hand. And usually I don't have any problem. So, and it's really quick that way. So we got that on, and we're going to do one more coat. Normally that's what we would do on ourselves. And then, you know, whatever color, if you want to do a gel color, or you could just, you know, use regular polish after you. I think there's a sticky coat left on this. Oops. So I think, okay, let me go ahead and set it. Anyway, they're so neat. I just love them. And so I did them. Okay, so let's see. So kind of as, you know, I started to replace them, you know, my own nails with these. And so this one is a 1, 2, 3 Go Gel tip. This one is, and this one is. And this one, I did just like we just did the latter part of this with the polygel, using the polygel to stick it down. I used the polygel on this one, and then I used some polygel on this one. But this one I just did yesterday. This one I did the base gel, and I am really loving it. And one of the things I like, if you can use the base gel, especially if you're doing it on yourself, I think it's, for some people, I think it's easier to do the poly gel because, you know, it doesn't move as easy. But it worked out fine. And like I said, if I can get that little lamp, that little light, the little LED flashlight he has, that would make it even easier because then I could see so I didn't get it crooked. But the nice thing about using the base gel, if you can, as opposed to the poly gel, is that on the back, then it looks nice and, you know, thin and clean and everything. Whereas with the poly gel, there's a little bit more, it's easier for it to have a ledge there. Now, probably with practice, I could get, you know, maybe I putting too much on, and so that I wouldn't be likely to get that little ledge, but I didn't have that problem using the base gel. So either way though, these ones have stayed on, I think, about 2 weeks. And you can fill over these, which is awesome. I love that. Okay, so there we go. And so now you just, you know, put a color, whatever color you want to do. On mine, I just did this French pink by ASP. It's called Pink Whisper. And I'll put all the information down in the box. But I just, you know, did this over the clear because I really loved it. But you could do any color that you want to. And okay, so we're just gonna do that. And if you don't want that too sheer on the tips, you know, then you want to do a second coat. But really pretty. I just love that. So see, there's your, so then it's not, you know, see-through. So let's go ahead and set that one. And then after this sets, all I did on mine was I just put a top coat, a gel top coat over it. But you could go to regular polish, you know, if you wanted to, after you have your nail tip set and your 2 coats of base gel on, then you just, then you could go to regular polish, you know, take off the inhibition sticky layer with some alcohol, and then you could do regular polish. But I'm using gel polish, so I just went straight, as you saw, straight to using the gel polish color. And then on the top coat, you know, you can use either whatever kind of, if you're doing the gel, like I'm doing, I'm going to use a no wipe top coat. This one's by McCart. And that's what I'm going to do for the final layer. I might do another one of these videos. This wasn't like, but I didn't practice and stuff. I mean, as far as other than the 3 I have on my own, because I wanted to test them first to see, you know, if they lasted. And I didn't have any trouble, you know, if they got wet or, you know, whatever either. Yeah, hopefully you wouldn't get it on the sides like I just did. But anyway, so we're gonna set that. And so far I'm really loving mine. I mean, I think they look pretty, you know, they feel light and natural, and they feel, you know, strong. Now, you know, and if you feel like if your own nails are super paper thin, you know, then you could always put a coat of builder gel, you know, after you do at least 1 coat of base gel over the top, after you've set this, and you do 1 coat of base gel over the top, then you could do, you know, a layer of builder gel, and then just, you know, whatever color or top coat that you wanted to after that. I didn't do that on this. I did it exactly like I just showed you. You know, well, the first one I showed you with the base gel. In both cases, you do base gel in your own nail, which I did on this one. Set it. Then I did the base gel on the nail tip, you know, in the well of the nail tip after I buffed it. And then I pressed it on and, you know, set it in the light. And then I put 2 coats of gel, base gel, this base gel over the tip. And then I did what I just showed you, which was a coat of that ASP Pink Whisper French Pink. And then I put that no wipe top coat over it. That's it. That's what this one right here is. But if you needed it stronger for whatever reason, if your own nails are super paper thin or something, you know, then you could do that. So it's a no wipe top coat, so I don't have to wipe it. And so there that is. So it feels strong, it's not bendy or anything. And, you know, they're mine. And I absolutely love them. So give it a try. I think, you know, I think you'll see that it's pretty fun. And you can do it, you know, either way with their, but I definitely would get their base gel because you need to use that on your nail, whether you do the poly gel to stick it down or use this to stick it down. But it's super easy and it can be a lot faster than this one was when you're doing it on your own nail instead of a fake hand. So I hope that you have a lot of fun with this. And once again, these are the ballerina tips and these are them right there. So please like and subscribe and click at the bell icon above so that you get a notice on my next new tutorial, which will be really soon. I'll be reviewing some more plates. Thank you. Bye, guys.